Hello everyone, this is Elrond Lightsong and welcome back to Diablo 3 Season 2 Romp. A reminder that the season is ending very soon again, so keep your Season 2 characters up to date and everything will be just dandy. I'm going to talk about something slightly controversial, or I think it is. Gamer entitlement. You've heard the term before. People like to call gamers entitled. Entitled to what exactly? Well, sometimes the fun that we get.
Embrace your power, and you will survive.
I will survive. So let's go to the most controversial. The ending of Mass Effect 3. I read this article on TechRaptor. And what I think happened is we all expected to get something and then it turned out to be the exact opposite. So, therefore, gamers rightfully would be pissed. So you see, Mass Effect is a very sci-fi or futuristic RPG series, and I've played Mass Effect 3. I haven't finished it because I just can't put my heart up to it because I think the ending is kind of heartbreaking-ish. That, and I can't get enough of Mass Effect anyway. But I believe the ending is like ending of 3 choices. So, if you know this part already, I suggest skimming through the video if I ever stop talking about it. Anyway, 3 choices. 1, you get to choose to, destroy all the Reapers. That's extermination. That would roughly destroy all Reaper and AI-like technology. So basically anything that's AI, artificial intelligence, or synthetic. This would mean the Geth would all be killed if they're not already killed already. If anybody has some synthetic artificial intelligence, would be destroyed or killed, along with the Reapers. The second choice is control. Basically, you take control of the Reapers instead of killing them. Now, personally, I wouldn't go for control because, in a way, that's almost what the Reapers wanted you to do anyway in the first place. Therefore, it almost seems like you're just going right into what they want. And so when you're Shepherd or whatever, I guess has a certain eye color that he does it. I'd also argue that mine just stumped for a bit. Yeah, I'd argue that that was probably the worst decision you can do in terms of the galaxy and the, structure of the whole galactic civilization. And then the next one is synthetic. Essentially, you do this, unleash of where basically everyone in the galaxy has some kind of form of synthetic, part synthetic. For some reason, I guess the Reapers are gone or whatever, but you kind of merge with synthetics, and therefore everyone in the galaxy has some sort of synthetic part of you inside. So every race, every human, everyone turns into some synthetic life form. So you're basically mixed. Part robot, part human, or organic. And that's all the choices. At least. At least that's one of them. In the extended version, basically you kind of just let the galaxy take you. Like you said, we'll make our own choices and something like that. I have to go over this. those wondering, would I make a Mass Effect Let's Play? I would, but I'm kind of scared. I want BioWare to look at me. I know EA kind of technically owns Mass Effect now, which sucks major balls if you ask me. I wish BioWare could get away from EA for good and join a better company that's not as nasty. I'd say Blizzard, but that's probably controversial. So anyway, back to gamer entitlement. The outlet was so big and nasty that, you know, people were pissed, and I guess the response to them is that gamers are entitled. And, you know, that was basically blaming the consumer for what happened. Now, I will say, the backlash when, you know, people say gamers are entitled, I mean, it's slightly valid in the sense that, you know, sometimes we gamers tend to react venomously. I'm not saying our criticisms are bad. No, I think they're right. I think the big problem is we have a tendency to sometimes not think about what we're saying, and then we present it in such a way that makes it look really bad. So therefore, I say, sometimes we need to temper our anger and present it in a very constructive way, a la constructive criticism. So you know what I'm saying? I hope you do. Anyway, this comes along as in many games when it comes to when we're criticizing them.
Still recharging.
I mean, all I can say is if a game dev actually says, "Oh, you guys are just entitled," well, it really depends on the criticism. You know, you really have to evaluate what kind of criticism is the gamer saying to you. I mean, like, if you as a game dev are basically saying, oh, is being told, oh, your game is trash, that doesn't really tell you anything, and honestly, it's just a typical internet warrior response. And believe me, I've seen it. And sometimes, I just need to know what kind of answer is that. So I'd say when the gamers are entitled, I think overall, not really, but we can be entitled from time to time.
I can.
But in no way does that mean you can just suddenly use that as a defense for, you know, developing something bad, buggy, or whatever, or outright being shady and lying. I don't know what happened in Mass Effect 3 that caused, like, I don't know, in creating such a great piece of art. But something happened, and therefore it caused some weird, like, something happened, and I don't know. All I can say is, devs, don't call gamers entitled. It's not a good way to go. Because I just don't think you can call everyone entitled with this blank stroke as if, like, almost every gamer on the planet is entitled. But that's not true at all.
Need more time.
In fact, I'd say that's just inaccurate. I think there are loud gamers that yell their voice loudly are entitled, but they just don't know how to present themselves well, and they just don't know how to act in a civilized manner. And we hear more of them because they're yelling louder than anyone else.
Still recharging.
I mean, sometimes even, and it is true, sometimes the civilized man can yell loud. You should listen to those that actually present their art, you know, criticisms validly, and, you know, make sure that the criticisms are valid. And it's not easy telling if, like, their criticism is invalid. So sometimes it can be kind of hard, and I don't blame I just think there's this weird perception of gamers just being really bad. I mean, there are, but I don't think you can make blanket statements like they did. In the gaming industry, or those out there, I think you should, I know there's bad people, but you should probably just be, you know, turn the other cheek and be respectful. Because
I wish I could do that.
You can't just treat them badly because, you know, a few people, or sometimes they act immature. Because it makes you look bad, it makes people not want to buy the stuff you make now or in the future. So I don't recommend it. That said, sometimes there are criticisms that are just outright ridiculous. But, you know, that in itself is subjective. Because sometimes some of the criticisms that I've made, people don't think, like, who cares? Because in the last few years, I've been more critical of, you know, I'm kind of passive critical. That's a new term I just made up. Like, I'm not angry. I kind of try to show myself as this civilized, moral person who does make criticisms, but I try not to yell my mouth off. I mean, sometimes it can be kind of hard, but it can be done. So, whatever happened to Mass Effect 3,
I must wait longer.
I can say that, you know, what happened, it shouldn't have happened, and honestly, the criticisms were valid. How are they presented? Not always the best, but some of the things that went on and do go on
I won't do that.
are not very good. I mean, for example, Mass Effect 3 had Day 1 DLC, and I'll tell you straight, I don't like that. The games are, coming out, and it's like, okay, we're also going to give you this extra content as well.
No way.
With a little extra money. Here's the thing, most DLC is, you know, slightly cheap, slightly pricey. I mean, it's, for example, the more current ones, like, you get the stuff like Season Pass, which is roughly like $60, so, I mean, the Season Pass for Shadows of Mordor is $60, and the original game was $50 to $60, so that's like a little bit more than $100 for all that, and that's a lot of money just for gaming stuff. Some people said it's just the reality, and I'm just like, well, I'm sorry, I just can't agree with you. I know so many people need to make money. Look, fine, you need to make money.
I can.
Fine. But you know what? You need to consider the fact that not everyone is going to have all this crap ton of money. I'm not. I haven't even bought the Season Pass for Shadow of Mordor. I love the game, but I'm just not going to buy the Season Pass for that much. No, it's too much money. Especially if you just do it so freaking early in the game's lifespan. I mean, I'd say wait a month or even...
Impossible.
A month is the minimum amount for a Season Pass. Like, let's say a game came out the 5th of November. I'd be okay with the Season Pass if it's like a Season Pass was kind of announced a month later. Because I think that's enough time for the game to be known. But that's my opinion. A month at the minimum. And I really don't want any more Day 1 DLC. Please stop it. It's just, it's not cool. And the amount of, the prices of DLC these days is getting ludicrous. I mean, you pay a lot of money for all these games as it is. So it's just, I don't even know. It's just, if you also take that in consideration, the amount of money that you pay for other stuff, for internet, housing, rent, and, you know, water and all that. And the thing is, in the States, our minimum wage is low, You know, sometimes entertainment isn't something we can afford, and more the higher middle class stuff. I'm getting into politics here, but it's just when you have day one DLC and then all this DLC, like holy shit. It's like it's difficult to even trying to get into gaming. So it's not good. I may be leaving some details out. But all I can say is,
The ancients smile on you.
while I did, it's not that gamers are entitled. I just think there's noticing shady and bad trends that just aren't looking very well. And I know gaming has changed since the N64 days where DLC wasn't a thing. I don't hate DLC as a whole, but I think DLC has become... It's become an abomination. I'm sure when the original idea of DLC was first created in gaming, it was probably cool and it probably worked well. Now, rarely is it good. And let's look at Evolve. I mean, there's so much DLC, so much that just isn't even out yet. Hell, that's what they touted before the game was even freaking released. I mean, holy shit. It's a lot of... I mean, granted it's cosmetic, so... I'll give them that. It's cosmetic. So... I can understand.
Not ready
And...
yet.
These artists who make all these cosmetics, I'm not gonna fault them. I just mostly feel that, you know, their talent could still be brought into the main game. I'm just not a fan of how things work. It Evolve is more of one of the bigger,
No way.
like, it goes back to Mass Effect 3. One of the DLC was actually character. Like, it was one of the lost races in the whole Mass Effect lore. So basically, you get kind of a big piece of lore and character, and you have to pay for it. Day one DLC, which in those days, you know, like, it should stay on the disc. And, you know, back then, that was pretty shitty.
The Rift Guardian has arrived.
Ooh, Rift Guardian, uh-oh. No, it's just really bad. I mean...
I must wait longer.
I mean, when it comes to DLC, it's hard to... I think it's a gray area-ish, but right now, I'd say how it's being used... I'm probably going all over the place.
I wish I could do that.
I believe DLC has... It's not... It's not, I just don't like where it's going.
I can't.
I don't. The amount of money that we take from our digital wallets is insane if you think about it. Now, granted, I have enough money where I'm kind of very well off, and I,
Still
you know,
recharging.
I probably could be able to handle some of the DLC under that, but I do feel that, you know, it does feel a little daunting, all the DLC. I mean, sometimes I don't mind it so much, but in terms of extra content beyond the vanilla version of the game, I prefer the way Blizzard does things. Oh, there's this game, and oh, hey,
Wait longer.
an expansion, which is much extra content. The way WoW does it with Diablo 3, or the Diablo franchise.
Impossible.
I like that version of expansion-like stuff. I don't know why, it just appealed to me. However, we will see what
I must wait longer.
Blizzard will do with DLC or whatnot when it comes to Overwatch. And yes, I will be making videos on that game. I will. I just don't know when. Yeah, it'll be probably later this year, after my birthday.
I wish I could do that.
Apparently the beta is going to be back then, and I think it's likely I'll get in the beta. I don't know though. I might not. I mean, because I got in the Warlord Draenor beta last time, but I might not get in it this time. Okay, let's see. So, gamers aren't entitled. They just don't have infinite money. And believe me, I'm pretty sure every gamer out there wishes they had unlimited money. That they could just buy every single thing that goes out them. But we don't. And to game dev, I know you guys need to make money. Making money isn't bad. It's just how you gain that money in the first place. There's nothing wrong with making games to make money. Don't make money to make games. No. It's the other way around. You make games, really good, epic experiences to make money.
Way.
That is how, in my opinion, and I believe it's right, that is how game devs should make games. And I really feel... I mean, I don't yell it out very often, but it is disappointing it has come to this. But sometimes that's how life works. I know I got into the whole DLC argument. Actually, when I first started on YouTube, I talked about it as a daily topic, but I think it would fit better for me naturally if I just talked about whenever I felt like it, like just talk about any kind of DLC or whatever. So, as I said, when it comes to DLC, I don't like the way it's going. I don't like the way how gamers are somehow entitled. Somehow all of them are. Yeah, that's not true, because I'm not entitled. You don't see me whining about silly stuff. I mean, sometimes we gamers are arguing about it. You know, I went on this. I already told you all that, okay? So, game devs and those that write about game devs, okay, look, some of us can be bad, but not all of them are, and you can't just paint us as all bad. Like, there is not this big problem. I'd say it's just a problem of being on the internet and thinking you can say whatever the hell you want. So, get with the picture. I know I'm acting slightly self-righteous, but I think it's actually a lot better than me yelling and raging.
I'm overburdened.
So,
I need to go back.
You know, and as gamers, we could be a little bit nicer to each other. Just a little bit. Okay? I mean, you don't have to like the guy that's right next to you. But you could be much nicer to them. Yeah, they could be playing bad. They might be a baddie, but you know, it won't hurt to be nice to them. They could be your friend. And I don't have that many friends. I only have a few. So, please, be nice. And when this video does go up, there's probably one I already made today, but that I put up today, but technically that was one that was made yesterday, and I never put up the other one. Awkward silence. Very much awkward silence.
Impossible.
Rifts are much easier to farm. Maybe because I'm talking so much, I'm pretty much, yeah, whatever. I kill demons.
Need more time.
I hate these old, whatever the hell they're called. That's Lakuni.
I can't.
Blood Clan. Looking whatever. There's another. Zyar the Fiend, I think that's how you pronounce that. Well,
Still recharging.
stuck. Get out of there.
I'm healed.
My life on hit is a good amount. Paragon level 6. Yeah, I win. I win. You guys lose. Ha! Could have sworn I put gold find up. 1% more up of extra gold, even though I don't really need it because I got like 15 million gold on me, which is ludicrous as hell. All these fallen shaman, I need to kill them because they're just gonna keep respawning
I won't do that.
like those fallen guys. So it's like, hey, get back here. Get back here. I probably should have put a timer so I can tell how long this has been running. Well guys, this will be it for this video. I don't know if it... I am not going to jinx myself with that. Nope, don't jinx it. Nope. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Next video. This has been another Diablo 3 Season 2 Romp. Talk about various stuff. Please leave a like on the video. It really helps. And have ad block off.
No way.
Disable it. Thank you. This has been Elder on Light Song. I hope you guys have a good day. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.